I can't believe this is actually a thing. I saw this tweet and I was just like, okay, apparently we're doing this. Elon Musk said, time to drop the really big bomb 9 hours ago. And tags him. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. What? Like, imagine being me, all hyped up on I just got the Switch 2 and I can't wait to try out more Mario Kart. I want to give Welcome Tour a chance. I want to play some of these games with my kids and see what happens today. Load up X and see that. I'm just like, what? Exactly, nobody. Elon woke up and chose violence today. Yep. It was crazy when I saw that. Elon Musk says, mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Basically saying, calling anyone's bluff that tries to say he's making this up right now. He's like, nope, he's in there. And I would like to think he's in there for actual bad things, not just, oh yeah, he was on a flight with them one time or went to a party one time and he was there with Jeffrey Epstein or something like that. But if Trump was like actually at Epstein Island and partaking in activities and it was on the flight logs and all this other stuff that had very questionable things, that would actually be like, damn, Elon was right. If Elon just did this just to throw him under the bus and Trump was just like happened to be at the same party that Jeffrey Epstein was at, and that's not Trump's fault, like Trump doesn't participate with that stuff, this would be the biggest dick move ever to say something like this, because this would be like, this would be pulling a Mercante, I would say, giving half of the information, not the full story, lying by omission, we'll say, because there are certain implications, we'll say, of being involved with Jeffrey Epstein and not being named. If what Elon Musk is saying here is true, and it's as bad as he makes it sound, I mean, I really shouldn't be surprised, because literally it seems like everyone in any position of power on both sides of the aisle or anyone in Hollywood is all caught up in this stuff. And that's the real reason that it has been shown, because everyone is in agreement to keep everything private, because no one wants to get called out on this. It's crazy. It's crazy. How many times, by the way, have we heard that the Epstein list is going to be released? And every single time I say the same thing. No, it's not. This is theater. This is political theater. They're not going to do anything. This information will come out 45 to 50 years from now. Similar to the JFK that just recently got released, this year? The Epstein stuff is going to be that kind of thing, where it comes out that everyone was involved. There'll be the whole story 50 years from now. And then that'll probably be the beginning of World War III anyways, because they're going to want to distract people from the information, because the kids of these people are going to be in the positions of power and they don't want their parents or relatives to be called out, because they don't want to be implicated in this stuff, because everyone's connected. Always. It's not even tinfoil hat at this point. It's wild. But we have an update. And it's a pretty important update that just came out. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but shout out to NevG, because I just saw it being retweeted from him. And this came out at 9:22 p.m. Breaking: President Trump's team has arranged a call with Elon Musk tomorrow. Trump White House aides signal a possible detente with Musk. The two men have been embroiled in a feud over legislation that encompasses the president's agenda. And like I started this out tonight with, guys, like, people that know Donald Trump and know Elon Musk's personalities, we're calling this from day one, saying they're going to get in a fight at some point. They're very strong, opinionated people that say whatever the hell is on their mind. There is very little, if any, filter at all on both of these people. And that kind of mentality, while it does definitely knock down some walls and get things happening and moving, it also creates a lot of rifts and headbutting. And they are currently embroiled in quite the feud right now. Now, if you take a look over on Tesla stock today, Tesla stock did not do good today. It did not do good at all. And I would actually argue, and I could be wrong on this, this is not financial advice, but a moment like today reinforces the sentiment that as great of a company as Tesla is, in my humble opinion, I love Tesla. I have a Tesla. It's my favorite car I've ever driven. I want to own a Tesla the rest of my life. I'm a customer for life. It's amazing. I don't want to go near Tesla stock because with so much of it connected to one person and seeing that one person have very aggressive opinions or standpoints that disagree with people in positions of power, that can cause a lot of rifts, no matter how expected they can be. And even if and when, because I strongly believe the stock will recover, like this is, in my humble opinion, a very powerful buy the dip opportunity. This is a stock that I might jump into, jump out of, trying to catch a knife type thing and maybe make a few bucks on a weekly call or something like that. I'm not going to be long term with this, because even if it recovers over the long term, today proved that Tesla is not a stable company without Elon at the helm. And it almost reminds me a little bit of the Steve Jobs and Apple situation. When Steve Jobs passed away, that stock tanked. Like Apple went down a lot. This is before all the splits. This is before it did everything. Apple did not do well when Steve Jobs passed. And a lot of people didn't have faith in Apple because of like Steve Jobs was Apple. Apple was Steve Jobs. Now, Apple has since proven that it's like, no, Steve Jobs was definitely the visionary and definitely put the company on the path to where it is right now. But Apple was indeed more than Steve Jobs. I mean, the stock would prove that. And people would argue that right now, I'm sure. But the stock proves it otherwise. And I would foresee a very similar situation come the unfortunate passing of Elon Musk, or if he leaves the company, or if something ever happened to him, or if some serious, like crazy political drama happened and he gets removed from the company. No matter what, if Elon Musk leaves Tesla, that is going to tank the stock. And then for me, again, not financial advice, that would be a potential opportunity to be like, I got to catch a knife somewhere on this, because I do see Tesla being the future. I think a lot of people do. But I look at it like it is the Apple of innovation when it comes to electrical, not just cars, but the electrical grid and technology and SpaceX and everything else. Tesla is the golden boy in that area. That is the current situation with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And I'm curious to see what comes from this. There's a lot of people out there that think that this is some strong political theater. A lot of people believe that this entire tiff was fake. And I think that there's something to that. There's definitely something to that. But anyways, I'll leave that one there. I thought that was curious. And I couldn't believe when I woke up and I scrolled through X and I saw that post from Elon Musk. That was not on my bingo card, guys. I mean, I've expected crazy. I did not expect, of all people, to say something like that. Elon Musk about Trump. Damn. Thomas Brown for the 5-banger says if he was in the Epstein files, the Dems would have released that info under the last info in an instant. Anyone who believes this, ... Here's the thing, because I've thought of that as well, but here's the alternate take on that is, what if the Dems that want to release it are also listed in it. And I almost feel like there's an unspoken rule where it's like we're not pressing that nuke button. When you expose one of these people, that's throwing a nuke. And once you do that, it unravels. There's a deal behind the scenes. I'm telling you guys. I mean, put your tinfoil hat on right now. But there is a rule behind the scenes. There's a peace treaty. We never name anyone ever. Exactly, Dimension Suites. Mutual assured destruction. If they name Trump, everyone's going down. And Trump knows this too. It's obvious. Otherwise, why is it not out yet? Maybe even Smash is on the list. I can assure you, I'm definitely not on the list. I was going to say, if I was on the list, I'd be too young, but then I'm like, well, wait a second. But no, I'm not on the list on either side. Claudex for the five banger. The list will never be released, not because of millionaires or billionaires. Most likely, foreign leaders are in it. That's something I had not even thought of. But I mean, as time goes on, isn't it kind of curious how all these photos keep appearing of literally anyone in a position of power being in a photo with Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein at some point? It's just curious how small the world really is when you get up top. Gristle McThornberry for the five banger. I'm just glad George Floyd isn't here to see this. He hated political infighting. R.I.P. Mr. Floyd. R.I.P. Oh, one more just came in. We got Soul on the Leash for the Rs 100. The Epstein trial witness Giffrey that was visited by FedEx recently was asked if Trump did anything to her. She said no. Curious how this is refloated without her to clarify. I did not hear anything about that, but I would imagine based off of anyone connected at all to that situation, there is an unspoken rule that if you do try to say something, you might be you ever see that movie Final Destination? You might just have an unfortunate thing happen to you by accident, just coincidentally, just by being connected to these people. You never know. Never know. It is that scary, though. It really is. Allegedly.